Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Now, after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this one.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block, it's Mason. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And here comes the punt team. A low line drive and short kick. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to boom.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Buying some time. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the ground, it's Morris. And he'll be stopped for no gain on the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The throw. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently in schools that might be in the Sunshine State that decided to run the football and run plays, and it's come back to bite him. So there's nothing wrong, Jesse, with being conservative, taking a knee, taking the victory.
I think Miami and Georgia Tech are heeding your advice very, very carefully based on what we've seen in those recent years. Don't have to overthink this thing. Victory formation, leave the stadium with...
And he's got it inside the 35. Running wide open down the gut of the field. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. But where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deepest and make sure this doesn't happen. The Hail Mary to success.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner will be knocked down. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Looking to go up top on first down. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Coming after him. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy lot for them.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. That was pretty to me.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA